Madam Chairperson, other distinguished persons on the platform, distinguished ladies and gentlemen in the audience, exhibitors, children, good afternoon. It certainly is an honor and a privilege for me to be here today because this is a special occasion. This is my parish, and it is good to be part of this inaugural Homecoming Agri-Fest. This inaugural St. Beth's Homecoming Agri-Fest tells a lot about this parish, acclaimed by so many as the breadbasket of Jamaica. We know that other parishes are rivaling that long-held acclamation, and we believe the competition is good. But we do not intend to yield that first place to anyone. A parish so blessed as a leader in agricultural production could not have a homecoming week without paying due respect to the farmers and without celebrating agriculture within it. And I wondered why the homecoming committee took so long in bringing this Agri-Fest forward. It is here now, and it is here to stay. A parish is blessed as a leader in agricultural production could not have a homecoming week without paying due respect to the farmers and celebrating agriculture, as I said. You are celebrating the fact that with 29,320 farmers, St. Elizabeth has the largest number of registered farmers in a parish. In 2017, the parish contributed approximately 103,000 tons of domestic food crops to national domestic output. This saw the farmers within the parish earning approximately $10 billion during last year. St. Elizabeth continues to be the largest producer of vegetable condiments, fruits, particularly pineapples, watermelons, cantaloupes, and other tubers. The northern hilly side of the parish is known for the highest levels of pineapple production in the entire island, along with substantial Irish potato production. I just want to repeat. The northern hilly side of the parish is known for the highest level of pineapple. I am not sure if everybody knows where the northern side is, but it is up in northwest and northeast of St. Elizabeth. And many people claim that the breadbasket is down south. They must understand that the largest, and I don't see my parish manager here, he would verify, that the largest production in the parish of St. Elizabeth comes from a constituency which is called Northwest St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth accounts for more than 80% of the overall production of peanuts in the country. We have crops like onions and Irish potato, which are on the national program. And St. Elizabeth is also one of the leading parishes as far as these products are concerned. But there are other products that we are going to be looking at in 2019. And in 2019, we'll be putting in place on the national program castor bean production so we can further expand our Jamaica black castor oil, which is in great demand throughout the whole world. So we are looking at all those persons who have land throughout the length and breadth of St. Elizabeth, who are rocky, stony, land that not being used. All of these lands can now be put into castor bean production. And we are going to be having a big drive with that. We'll also be looking at hemp. I don't know if many of us know what hemp is, but it's the sister to ganja, where we have a lot of products coming from hemp. Oil, we have rope. Many of you who are older know the hamper basket. All of these things made from hemp. We are going to be promoting hemp also. And of course, hemp is a legal crop and is much more versatile than ganja. I needn't bother say anything about bamboo, because everybody call me the bamboo man. But we are going to be expanding bamboo. We have persons who are already doing byproducts from bamboo, but we have some large investors who are coming in. And next week there'll be a bamboo symposium right here in Jamaica with participants from over 15 countries taking part to discuss the further development and growth of bamboo in our various countries. Many of us have a lot of vegetable matter grown all about throughout the length and breadth of the parish. And that special vegetable is one which is now illegal. But there are many persons who want to get involved. Let me say right off the bat that we are now looking at providing those persons who are now growing cannabis, otherwise called ganja. We are now looking to legalize those who want to get it going. It is being said that it's only the big man that is going to benefit. Let me advise you now that we are arranging that any big man that is coming in to invest in this country, he has to get the small farmer involved in the ganja production. The small farmer must not be left out. They are the ones that are the bastions of ganja production in this island. As a result, we have a pilot project that we have started. And the first pilot project, you know, St. Elizabeth have plenty first, you know. Right. The first pilot project for the growing of cannabis is going to be in Akampong in this parish of St. Elizabeth. As we speak, the ganja farmers up there are clearing 10 acres of land so that they can go into ganja cultivation. What will happen is that the person who is going to do the processing is one who is going to provide all the inputs. That is, he's going to provide the seeds, he's going to fence the place with hog wire, He's going to provide part of the security, and at the end of it, he will purchase the ganja from the farmers. And we are also looking to say to them that when you make the oil from the ganja, the farmers who have given you the product must also get a percentage of the profit that you make out of the oil. And so, it is not just where you just give it to them and they run with the profit. They must give back the farmer part of that profit that they make, because they're making whole heap of money. So we're saying to you that we are on the way for the development of other crops in our parish of St. Elizabeth. But one of the challenges we have is bad roads. And we're talking about farm roads. Many persons, and I want to go back and say, up in the hilly parts of the constituency again, hilly parts of the parish, we have farm roads. And we also had main roads that many of you remember that there was a lot of roadblocks, that even banana tree was growing in one of the main roads. We have spent $800 million this year to assist 111 farm roads throughout the length and breadth of the island. It is one where we are making sure that farmers are able to get out their produce much easier. The two parishes with the worst farm roads, St. Elizabeth and Manchester, are getting special attention. Today I would like to commend the organizers of the St. Elizabeth Homecoming Foundation for its foresight and its commitment to putting this AgroFest together, even on limited resources. This is a good beginning as you celebrate your 35th anniversary of the Homecoming Foundation, and we urge you to continue to create and build strategic alliances with all the other stakeholders in the agricultural sector. St. Elizabeth has been a parish of many firsts. It was the first to have had electricity. It was the first to have had a motor car right here in the town of Black River. And we want you to accept the charge to be pioneers in the establishment of modern structured agriculture and agro-processing facilities, such as those envisaged in the agro-economic zone. And I just want to briefly say to you that we have in St. Elizabeth a number of farmers who, when they grow their produce, you'll find that they don't have a market for the produce. You'll find that sometimes they grow the produce and the higglers come and they take off the best ones. But you find that you have the good ones that are still left in the field to rot. There is a vision that I have. And that vision is to establish what I call an agroeconomic zone, which is a complex where you have grading, packaging, processing, drying facilities. With this, you have the grade A produce that goes to the hotel and export market. The grade B produce goes to the local market. And the grade C produce goes to be processed. So what we are looking at is that the farmer, when he has his produce, everything is taken off the farm. Nothing is left there to spoil. And on top of that, the trash from everything is then used as, can anybody tell me? Can be used as fertilizer or feed. Those things that are processed, melon, carrot, all of these that are processed, we are looking to see that these puree and juices will go into a breakfast program for the high school and primary school children, where we are going to cut out the bag juice. And I just want to say why we are doing this is because we are finding that 40% of the students going to school now go to school without a breakfast. And when 9, 10 o'clock comes, you find that they say that things not working right in the brain. We are emphasizing that all schools should be having a breakfast program, and we are going to be working towards that. One of the challenges that we are having right now is that we are having the closure of the sugarcane operation at Holland Estate. And many people are concerned. But it being in my constituency, I am not concerned. I have said, under every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. And we are looking that the 2,400 acres of land that are there are going to be put into cash crop production right as it is given up. It is going to be given up by Appleton June of next year. And as soon as it is given up, we already have roughly 252 persons who have applied for 4,200 acres of land. That means that we have persons applying for much more land than there is, because it is only 2,400 acres. And all of that is going to be put into production at one time. It is going to be the largest agricultural project done in Jamaica at any one time. And it is going to be done here in St. Elizabeth. And then everybody will ask, when all of this gets going, where is the market? As I said, we already have, and we're going to be signing an MOU with an investor coming out of Israel, who is going to be putting up the agroeconomic zone, which will be just across the road at Holland, where they will have that agroeconomic zone taking off everything from the 2,400 acres. Nothing is going to be left there. It is going to be one where it is going to be a game changer for agriculture in this country. And we are looking to see if we can set up 4 more of these agroeconomic zones throughout the length and breadth of Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, agriculture represents a very critical component of our country's economy. Most of us don't realize, but for agriculture to grow, we have to unite together as one team. And for the country to grow, agriculture has to grow. This sector continues to be the second largest source of employment, involving over thousand persons, or 18.1% of the employed labor force in 2017. Agriculture is a growing industry. It has the potential to lead Jamaica on its pathway to sustainable economic development. As I close, I urge you, the farmers and citizens of this parish of St. Elizabeth, to continue to exemplify and give credence to our own undying belief in the agricultural sector. It is one where we are looking to go into the value chain. We are looking to go and make sure that where the money is in processing. So with that, I've always said that although your motto is grow what you eat and eat what you grow, we are looking to say we need to move forward. We need to do the processing. We need to go into the value chain. And so we have a motto that says, grow what you eat what you can, and can what you can't. Happy 25th celebration, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love.
I understand that it's because you haven't had lunch yet why you'd give Minister such a pian hand clap. Come again. Right. Thank you very much, Minister J.C. Hutchinson, for such an informative presentation, and I'm sure that all of us, after having listened, we are more encouraged to ensure that St. Elizabeth remains the breadbasket parish of Jamaica. Right, so at this time, I'll just make you aware that following the closing of the opening ceremony, we'll have the tour of the display booths, and throughout the day, we'll be having a talk on women in agriculture, youth in agriculture, and we understand for the youth in agriculture segment, I'd like to acknowledge Sachel Briscoe from the Lacovia High School. She's an upper sixth form student representing the National Junior Leaders League and vice president of the 4-H club. So she'll be leading in the discussion about youth in agriculture. And I mention this because we really need to push young people in agriculture and understand that there are lots of business opportunities, and not just business opportunities, but in terms of the potential career offerings, it's really great. And I want to take the opportunity to remind you to visit the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries Village, and to ensure that you engage with the booth holders and obtain as much information as possible to guide what can possibly be your future in agriculture and continuing to contribute to the development of St. Elizabeth. So I'm very passionate about that, so I'll keep reminding you that you have to engage with that. Sponsors, we have a sponsors hour coming up throughout the day that will give you an opportunity to speak about your organization and any products and offerings that you have and want to share with us. So please bear that in mind as the event proceeds. Right. And of course, I spotted him in the audience, so we have to acknowledge Councillor Dwight Salmon of the Black River Division. Thank you, sir, for joining us. There he is, Councillor Dwight Salmon. We appreciate your presence at the AgriFest. And I will, of course, circulate other announcements as time goes by, but we have to close with the national anthem. Right, so before we get into that, I think Reverend Watson has an announcement that he would like to make. Rev?
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. The awardees for tomorrow award ceremony: the Black River Hospital, Sunrise Bakery, Waterloo Guest House, the Return Residents Association of the parish, and also our guest speaker, Professor Fritz Pinnock. Those are the 5 awardees for the awards banquet tomorrow at 6:30. We invite you. I have tickets available, and so I'm sure that there are other persons, but tickets are available, 3,500. Thank you, Ms. Swaby.
Thank you, Rev, and I have to endorse very fitting awardees, of course. Listening at Waterloo Guest House, the first place to receive electricity in Black River, so very historical significance there. All right, at this time, I'm going to invite everyone to stand for the singing of the national anthem.